All right, let's start the episode with an Osefo update. So, Wendy has told us whether or not she's spoken with Karen since she's gotten out of prison. But now, my question is, will you speak to her since you're heading in? She hasn't spoken to her since the release, and she wants to say, well, it's up to Karen to mend her friendship with me. I want to know, did you know when you were making this statement that the state was on to you, that the insurance companies had conspired like you conspired against them? They conspired against you. Did you know that you were on your way to felon? Is Karen a felon? Or was that just a misdemeanor? And I would honestly say, if you want to say being friends with a felon is on me, then great. Nothing's on me. I'm not going to put in the work to be friends with somebody that, well, last time you tried to steal from a corporation, now you might try to steal from my institution. Although they ain't got nothing to steal. The IRS cleaned Ray out. Now, Wendy, I also hope you are ready for people to say, I'm supporting you through your insurance fraud, as you wanted to cattily say, I supported Karen through her fourth DUI. You got to remember that. People are now going to say, I supported her through 6 felonies. Those chickens are going to come home to roost and crow loudly. Tom Schwartz reveals if he's dating someone new. Girl, we don't care. We don't care if you're dating. We don't care if you want kids. We don't care if you're friends with Tom anymore. Now that you removed yourself from him, you're no longer interesting, because the truth is, Tom Sandoval was the only interesting thing about you. Y'all should have just fucked and made it work. But y'all want to ruin women's lives, so go ahead, but ain't nobody gonna film it. In more nobody asked you news, Salt shuts down rumors that she caught her ex-husband with a man. We didn't even know you were still married, and we didn't care. Like, honestly, unless y'all patch shit up with Spinderella, we don't even know which one. We don't care. Y'all have gotten out here, you've told your story, you've loving hip-hop, you've Lifetime movies. We've had enough out of you. Unless we buy a ticket to a concert, leave it alone. Chris Brown's father attends his Breezy Bowl concert. It's a shame he couldn't have attended his life to stop him from a lifetime of hitting women. It's a shame. But he gonna show up at the concert like he done something. Oh, God, and in more be careful with your uterus news. DDG drops a song for Halle Berry titled 17 More Years. And you got pregnant by, that's why I sing. The brain is small and the belly fat. Why would you get pregnant with that? A man that would come out with a song called 17 More Years. And you got pregnant by that. It's a shame. Now, DDG is calling this an apology record, but it seems more like a threat to me. But good luck. You're going to need it. And in who did receive some good luck news, Nia Long is the newest brand ambassador for Estee Lauder Beauty. I'm happy for her because I ain't seen her in nothing since Empire. I know she did something else, but I just didn't watch it. In more, why did you get pregnant with that news? Darius McCrary has been arrested again for failure to pay child support. He was arrested near the U.S.-Mexico border 2 years ago for the same thing. He's currently sitting in a San Diego jail. How much are you getting from him? What does he do to feed himself these days? Is he still living off Family Matters? Paul Pierce, who was arrested on suspicion of DUI after falling asleep at the wheel, said he fell asleep because he was in traffic for 45 minutes. I'm old and I fall asleep. Now, I will say, I have been known to fall asleep in a car a time or two, but never behind the wheel. If you're in traffic, you're irritated and you're waiting to move forward. I ain't never been that damn tired where I just fell asleep in traffic. In Check This Timeline news, Jonathan Majors recalls Megan Good standing by his side when he was on suicide watch. Now, for that to be true, She had to be with you like right after the nonsense with the heifer. So you had no turnover time, no time for self reflection, no time for accountability, no time to let your genitals air out because it still got that other heifer's crusties on them. You just went right to Megan. Megan, you got to get a different PR person because I'm sorry, there are other ways for you to gain relevancy, like perhaps your talent, than dating him and being a heavy titty of Hollywood in training. I don't know why you want to be the next Sherry, just Jeffrey Shepard. In an embarrassing Instagram post, Kirk tells his son that he's sorry. Most women want me to be a deadbeat dad, not pay child support, and not be in your life at all. But I don't know how to do that. And Rasheeda's been standing by my side through this bad season in my marriage. Bad season? Your marriage has been fucked up for 13 years. Ain't no bad season. That's a bad marriage. Rasheeda just wants to stay in it because she knows that she's going to get the same. She knows that, yeah, I'll leave Kirk, but my picker isn't any better. So I'm going to go right back into that same situation, if not worse. If Rasheeda wants to stay with the devil, she knows it's not my pussy to play with. But we can tell they're going to be giving us more plotline with Jasmine next season. And we don't care. They need to fire them. We've had enough of that threadbare marriage. There ain't no love and ain't no hip hop. I will not be covering the Braxtons this season because it's too dark and depressing. And in more love and hip hop news, Mama D said she had strippers at Scrappy's 14th birthday to make sure he liked women. Does anyone think Scrappy likes women? I think he's heterosexual, but I don't think that he knows how to like or love a woman, probably because of that. You taught him from an early age women were objects to be paid for, and that's how he's treated them his entire life. He's never invested in his women, which is why you have the Bam and Erica Dixon, two women you hate, mothers to your grandchildren. Katie Rost has come out of hiding and said, Ashley and I love each other and there's no beef, but she has no couth. I gotta throw a frag. My magical vagina that she told details about, she told Andy Cohen I have a hamster pussy, and she ate it, so I guess she would know. She's just a hater. We love you, Wendy. Now, we know Katie Rost has been recovering. That's all I'll say. She's been recovering. But I don't think she lied about Ashley eating her coochie. I don't believe that Katie is lying. I firmly believe that they was bumping pocketbooks and losing change. And I think she sat on Michael's member too. It just makes sense. They were very free love. Free love. I could see them swinging, partners do-si-do, and exchanging fluids to and fro. Y'all believe they hunched? I believe they hunched. And that's not murder news. A man named Aaron Spencer has been charged with fatally shooting 67-year-old Michael Falsler. However, Aaron is going to run for sheriff of his town anyway. Why? Michael Falsler, at 67, was having an inappropriate relationship with his 13-year-old daughter. When Aaron found Michael with his 13-year-old daughter, he decided to remove Michael from the world. I don't consider that murder at all, at all. 13, you was asking for it. Well, those were today's top stories from this bottom. So I'm going to see you soon for something.